Hello and welcome to another episode of Daily Reflections. Pastor Sean coming to you from my front porch here in Sonoraville. It has been a rainy off and on day, but it has been a crazy day. It has flat out been one of those days. I was getting ready to go to work this morning and got all of my stuff ready, got it in the truck, and got out of the driveway going down the road. My truck started acting up. So I thought, well, maybe it's just this, maybe it's just that, maybe I can drive on through it and it'll be okay. Well, it turns out it didn't. So I got into town. I got up 53 and I was in town, and I realized that it was not going to work itself out like it normally does. And so I had to make a U-turn and head back to the house. Called into the school to make sure they knew what was going on with me. Made my U-turn, came back, and then switched out with the white truck, and ended up driving the white truck to school today. So I'm at school, and Eddie shoots me a text message. Pastor Eddie shoots me a text message and says, "Hey, are you going to swing by the art room this morning?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "However, my truck messed up this morning, and I'm in the white truck." And he said, "You know what? My alternator went out on the way to school today. And so I was going to see if I could borrow your truck during planning so I could run and get my parts and everything. But now I figured out he had to cross cover, and we had to cover somebody else's class, so he wasn't able to go until after school. And so we just back and forth. So as I was driving home today, I got to thinking about breakdowns. And the Lord started to quicken me about breakdowns in communication, breakdown in relationships, breakdowns that lead to disaster. And as I was praying and I was talking to the Lord on the way home from football practice today, the Lord spoke to me, and just as clearly as you and I are talking, He said to my spirit, He said, breakdowns will always leave you stranded alone. Breakdowns will always leave you stranded. And so I got to thinking about that. I got to praying about it, got to meditating on it, and it's true. It's true. When we have a breakdown of communication between two people, one person always gets left out in the cold. One person always gets left out, and they feel like they've been abandoned. They feel like they've been deserted. They feel like they're on an island all by themselves. When we have a breakdown in our relationship with God, we feel alone. We feel like we're separated from God. And so what do? We make sure that our communication is as clean and as crisp as possible. We make sure that our relationship with God is always good, because you don't want a breakdown. A breakdown leaves you stranded. And so the Bible tells us many, many times to pray without ceasing. Pray and with supplication. Pray in tongues. Pray in all of these different situations. And what happens when you pray? Call to me, Jeremiah 33, call to me and I will answer you. Call to me and I will answer you. When I was on the phone this morning, I called and I talked to the assistant principal and shared with her what was going on. And then I immediately text the guys in my group at the school there, and I said, "Hey guys, it was my morning to buy biscuits. It was my morning to buy biscuits." And I said, "Hey guys, I'm going to be running late this morning because this, and this has happened." And immediately, because of my communication, I got a text message from Coach Bo Dooley, and Bo tells me, he says, "Hey, listen, if you need me, call me." He was willing to keep that line of communication open so that in the event I needed help, he was there to help. He was going to come and help me and do whatever he needed to do to make sure that I was taken care of. Now, that's the kind of relationship we have to have with one another. That's the kind of relationship we have to have with the Father. Call to me, and I will answer, and I will show you great and mighty things that you did not know. So many times we forget that when we call somebody, we expect them to pick up the phone. When we call somebody, we expect them to answer. God says, "My line's always open." When you call to me, I will answer. Now, when I call, sometimes Stephanie will call me and I'll be on the football field and my phone will go to it'll go to voicemail. Sometimes I'll call her and she'll be in the grocery store or in Walmart, or she may be driving and she doesn't answer the phone. It goes to voicemail. God never goes to voicemail. He will always answer your call. And so if I had called Bo this morning, I believe he would have picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Pastor, what can I do to help?" I believe that. It's the same way with the Lord. I believe that when we call on God, He is there to help. A present help in the time of trouble. So when you have that breakdown of communication, that help is not there when you need it. When you don't have that relationship that you should have with the Lord, that breakdown that is there causes you to be isolated. It causes you to be alone. It causes you to be separated from God. We talked about this Friday in our Bible study. Our sin is what separates us from God. Now, when we sin, it separates us. It puts a wall there. It breaks down the relationship. However, God has made a way for us to repair that breakdown. He has made a way for us to fix it, and it is called the advocate with Jesus Christ. He is our advocate. He is, the word there is our prosagogo. That's the Greek word, prosagogo. It means the one who goes in between, the one who comes in between there, the one who gets in there and goes to bat for us. He is the sacrifice that was made. And when we go to Him and say, "Father, forgive me. Lord, I messed up. God, I didn't mean to do that. Lord, please forgive me." And the breakdown is taken away, and the communication, the relationship is restored. So today, when I got into the truck, I rode by Pastor Eddie's house, and we were talking back and forth about his alternator and this, that, and the other. And I made sure that communication was there, and I said, "Hey, listen, brother, if you need me to come pick you up in the morning, give me a call." Why? Because when you call to me, I will answer. Don't forget that. Don't forget that when you call on God, He will always answer. Now, His answer may not come immediately. His answer may be no. His answer may be slow down and wait. It's not time for that yet. But sometimes His answer is yes. Yes, I will do that for you. Yes, I will make a way where there seems to be no way. Yes, I will heal your body. Yes, I will restore your marriage. Yes, I will help you financially by allowing you to work extra time at work. Yes is an answer that God gives us. But we have to pick up the phone. We have to pick up the phone. Now, if I had broken down on the side of the road and sat there and thought, "Oh, I wish Bo was here. I wish Coach Dooley was here. I wish he was here," it wouldn't have done any good at all. I had to pick up the phone and call and say, "Hey, Coach, I need some help. Can you come pick me up?" That's the same way with God. God says, "Call to me and I will answer." Are you making sure that relationship is good? Are you making sure that relationship is strong? Are you making sure to pick up the spiritual phone and call the Father? Because when you do, He will answer. That's how you get through the breakdowns in your life. Go back and repent. Take the sin away and watch God do miraculous things in your life. Coming from my front porch here tonight, Pastor Sean saying, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm believing that God has great things in store for you, and I hope to see you this weekend at Irwin Hill Church of God. God bless you as always, is my prayer.